Welcome everyone! In this video, we are in the Master League, showcasing some more fun battles featuring Yveltal. Yveltal on a very powerful team, and this is a viewer submission, courtesy of Rustin J. Newly crowned legend, Rustin J. Congrats to you, my friend, and much thanks for the battle submission. This is a very powerful team. Yveltal on the lead, very powerful. And Rustin is running Hurricane, which I would highly recommend. Gives it the broadest coverage in this meta and also on this team. We've got good old Zacian on the safe swap, running the newly updated Quick Attack, courtesy of Pokemon Go Battle League Season 12. Quick Attack, definitely the way to go these days. Definitely gives it some broader play, particularly up against opposing fairies, and gives it very good farmability. Comes in handy when you really need to farm something down and load up on energy. And also on this team, completing this very powerful Master League team, good old Dialga as the closer. Dialga, a staple in the Master League, and should be a part of any team that is serious about racking up the wins. But before we dive into the featured set of the video, we are starting things off with some bonus battles that I thought were tons of fun. And here we go, Kyogre lead. Technically a lead loss, but Yveltal can definitely put in some work here. Gonna go for the Dark Pulse here on the Kyogre. Kyogre definitely does not need to shield this at all. And gonna look to play this out a little bit. Now, the reason why this is technically a lead loss is because Yveltal does lose the 0 and 2 shield scenario up against Kyogre. So gonna shield up that Surf. That would have done quite a bit of damage, and gonna go for the big Hurricane, try and win lead here. But the Kyogre is onto him, and Rustin makes the catch. Oh, making the plays, you'd love to see it. That's a brilliant catch. That's resisted. Not going to cut it. And we draw out a Togekiss. So, very nice to draw this out here as Dialga. Although the Dragon Breath, fast move pressure is double resisted, can absolutely fight back with super effective Iron Heads. And Rustin has now grabbed a 1 shield advantage, and this opponent throws immediately. This is a slight misplay. This opponent could have easily farmed down to threaten whatever Rustin chose to come back in with. Of course, it's going to be the Zacian running Quick Attack. This is where Quick Attack really comes in handy. It does not generate energy quite as fast as Snarl, but having that neutral fast move pressure is quite nice. And they go Ancient Power there. I think the opponent's fishing for that overpowered Ancient Power boost, but the Play Rough nearly KOs, and 1 Quick Attack does the trick. The opponent comes back in with the Kyogre, and Zacian is not done, guys. Shields are down. We get to this close combat. We're saying bye-bye to the Kyogre. And they've got a Dialga in the back, so gonna throw Yveltal in here to do as much damage as possible. Even if it was running Focus Blast, it would not have made it to 1 either way, and that does plenty of damage. Holy smokes. Rustin still has a shield, and this Dialga cannot get to 2 Iron Heads before we get to this close combat. Oh, we get to it. You guys can see it. We are saying bye-bye to the Dialga. Zacian coming in super clutch, closing the game in dominant fashion. Good game, well played. Yveltal quite strong in this current Master League meta. And here we go. Palkia lead. This is another lead loss. Palkia does win against Yveltal in all shielding scenarios, provided it's running the recommended Draco Meteor. We will have to see. Oh, he goes for the big Hurricane, and it goes unshielded. Holy smokes. And then snipes with Dialga. Holy smokes. That Palkia is a very sad Palkia. I suspect they were not running the recommended Draco Meteor, because they would have definitely thrown it. I think they were trying to get to a Fire Blast there. It did not work out, and now we have a Metagross onto the Dialga. Rustin does bait and grab a early shield advantage, and could be an earthquake, but no, they bait as well with a meteor mash, and now I suspect gonna go for the big resisted Draco Meteor, although resisted, it does a lot of damage, even though it would be, and that would KO, so Rustin now has a shield advantage. The attack has been severely compromised, and this could definitely be an earthquake. Let's see what the opponent does. They bait again, and it does not work out yet again. Gonna aggressively swap back into Yveltal. A little bit risky, but gonna shield here and look to get rid of the Metagross, as it is bad news for Zacian in the back. So gonna go for the safe play and just get rid of it with a Dark Pulse. That, of course, KOs. That's super effective. And all they have left is a Landorus. And that Landorus with those shields did not stand a chance. Good game. Well played. Zacian didn't even see the field in that last one. Yvelta and Dialga going 2v3. You love to see it. And here we go. Another Kyogre lead. Again, technically a lead loss, but as we saw in that previous battle, Yvelta can absolutely put in the work and gonna go for the big Hurricane right off the bat. Not gonna bother baiting, and they let it go. That is amazing. And now gonna aggro swap into Dialga, but that Kyogre did get through a resisted waterfall, and that tiny little bit of damage makes all the difference in the mirror, as both of these Dialgas are hundos and best buddied, so they both meet the required breakpoints. So that little bit of damage, the opposing Dialga can play out the 2-shield and win with the Dragon Breath, Fast Move Pressure alone. Rustin gonna go for another Iron Head here and either look to win switch or take out the opposing Dialga, and they shield. Rustin grabbing a 1-shield advantage pretty early on, but if he chooses the shield, the Dialga can grab the shield back, but it does not look like he will. And oh, they're running Thunder! Holy smokes! That one-shots the Yveltal, and they make an aggressive play back into the Kyogre to get off some damage here. And it is just a Surf. No need to shield this at all, but the Kyogre will make it to another Surf in time, and this has to get the shield. That would be quite lethal, and Rustin does shield and gonna look to go for the aggressive farm down. This is a little bit risky. Zacian's quite low. We don't know what they have left in the back. We farm down with resisted quick attacks, and oh, it's a Yveltal of their own in the back. Holy smokes. The risk does absolutely pay off. Play rough plus close combat will be more than enough to take out this Yveltal. We get to it, and that means we're saying bye-bye to the Yveltal. Zacian, holy smokes. OP, closing the game strong. Good game, well played. Those bonus battles were tons of fun. As we move into the featured set of the video, we're picking up a Dialga lead. This is not a good lead for Yveltal, but Yveltal can definitely put in the work as well. Gonna fake a Focus Blast, and they look to catch onto a Zacian. They don't know the moveset, but that would have been an amazing catch. It's resisted either way. And now Rustin's looking to stay in a little bit. Gonna have to shield whatever this is. Whatever it could be would do a lot of damage. It is a play rough. That would have KO'd for sure. And gonna reveal the moveset. Going for a big Hurricane here, and they shield. They were onto us. They shield the Hurricane, and the moveset has been revealed, but that is okay. We press on. And the Zacian's going to go for a Wild Charge. Holy smokes, they're running Wild Charge Play Rough. That is quite interesting to see. And because they threw and lowered their defense by 2 stages, this close combat will KO, and they let it go. That is amazing. Zacian flip and switch. You love to see it. Gonna see what they come in with. They've got a Xerneas in the back, so they're running Double Fairy. Never to be confused with Double Charm. Definitely a fun team. Looks like a team that I would definitely run for sure. Rustin goes close, play rough. They tank that and gonna go for a close combat here. It is resisted, but it would do a lot, and they shield. Rustin now has a 1-shield advantage and kind of come in with Dialga. Very interesting. Dialga can hit this thing for super effective. Tanks the close combat, and they bring in their own Dialga. Dialga will not make it to a move, but that Dragon Breath has done the damage. Gonna try and come in with Zacian. They throw. They might have lost track of energy. They could have definitely farmed down and had loaded energy, but that is okay. In the heat of battle, it's hard to make those decisions. Gonna shield here. Ironhead would definitely KO from this range, and the play here would be to overload, and that is what Rustin is doing, but not by much. We want to get the Dialga within Dark Pulse range while also having some residual energy to get to that Hurricane. The Xerneas did throw its energy, and Yveltal makes it to the big Hurricane. Very clutch. Holy smokes. We're saying bye-bye to the Xerneas. And Yveltal coming in clutch with the Hurricane. You love to see it. Good game, well played. And that, my friends, is why you want to run Hurricane in this current meta. You love to see it. Here we go. You also love to see a lead like this. They had a Giratina altered, and they swap into a Lugia, which is not much better, I must say. Gonna look to go for the Dark Pulse, and they let that go. Gonna chip and dip into Dialga. And Lugia can force shields and even flip switch in this scenario. So Rustin's going to have to play this very carefully. They are at a potential Aeroblast. And that was the big Aeroblast. That's a good shield. Because if Rustin had let that go, Lugia would have easily been able to shield once and farm down and flip switch. Going to go for the Ironhead here and draw a shield from the Lugia. And they are building up to yet another Aeroblast. This would KO for sure. So Rustin's going to double shield Dialga to hang on to switch advantage. They make a play back into that Giratina, and holy smokes, Dialga is absolutely loaded. Going to go for this big Draco Meteor. Then they let it go. Holy smokes. Oh, that one shot, one of the tankier Pokemon in this meta. And they've got a Snorlax remaining in its shadow form. Holy smokes, guys. This is why Yveltal's so strong right now in this meta. They were triple weak to it, Yveltal, and they top left, as Snorlax could not do a whole lot there. Good game, well played to our opponent. Yveltal core breaks a lot of teams in this meta, but you are not core breaking anything here. That's a Zacian on the lead. This is a terrible lead, but Rustin is running Hurricane, which allows it to absolutely fight back against these fairies here. They should probably shield, but no, they let it go and gonna try and catch onto their own Zacian. They were anticipating the catch, and they hold on to their energy, so that Zacian is quite loaded. And we are now faced with a Metagross. Holy smokes. Hard countered on the lead, hard countered on the swap. That is brutal. But Zacian can absolutely fight back and flip this matchup here, or force shields. They shield and going to go for the full aggressive farm down. They are absolutely loaded, and whatever comes in is in a lot of trouble with this Metagross here, unfortunately. Rustin does come in with the Yveltal. Gonna have to shield this. It would not KO, but it would be in farm down range if he let it go. And gonna look to load up on energy, and Yveltal cannot farm down here. Gonna have to shield this if he wants to take out this Metagross here, and gonna overload and try and catch the next Meteor Mash, but this opponent very disciplined with their energy, anticipating the catches, which is a smart move, as a lot of people do employ the catching technique in the Master League. And gonna go for the Hail Mary Draco Meteor on this Escadrille here. If they let this go, this would one-shot. And oh, they let it go. Holy smokes. Oh, but that Zacian is still far too healthy. They can easily farm down here, and they are absolutely loaded. They have all of the energy known to man, and yeah, this is not looking good at all. The Zacian can easily shield this Dark Pulse, and they definitely have another close combat locked and loaded, which will absolutely KO. Unfortunate, couldn't quite overcome the RPS phenomenon in this one, but that is okay. That's going to be a good game, well played. Are RPS phenomenon struck yet again in that last one, but we press on here, picking up a solid lead in the form of Giratina. They make a play into a Zacian of their own, running Snarl. Rustin's going to hang in here a little bit, likely to either chip and dip, do some big damage, or grab an early shield advantage. They shield, and now it is Zacian time. This one is running Snarl, as I mentioned, which means that it generates energy at a very fast rate. And they are loaded. Going to tank the first play rough, and they have a lot of loaded energy. Holy smokes. They are down a shield, but my goodness, they can make up for it with the energy lead. And they are now forcing shields from Rustin here. Going to shield up the next play rough. That would have KO'd. And going to fire back with a play rough of our own here and see what they want to do. They can definitely tank it, and they do. And they are going to look to either flip switch or grab a shield advantage. Rustin wants to hang on to switch advantage here. Going to shield up the next play rough and go for a close combat here. Switch is not terribly important here, but they could have a potential Charmer in the back. So better to play it safe than sorry. You don't want to risk a Charmer finding its way to Yveltal here. Gonna go for the big play rough. They don't have to shield this, and they don't, likely putting all of the hope and faith into whatever they have left in the back. Gonna look to farm down. And I do imagine Rustin comes back in with the Yveltal. This is about as dominant a matchup as you can get, provided they're not running Dragon Pulse. And they've got an Escadrille in the back. Holy smokes, it's getting a little sweaty here, I must admit. Gonna go for a Dark Pulse, not gonna bother building up to the Focus Blast. And gonna come in with Dialga, this Escadrille. Will do a lot of damage. Of course, it does run Drill Run. It does not KO, but it does a lot. And Dialga's going to look to farm this thing all the way down. It cannot. The Escadrille is not going to allow that to happen. But Rustin can farm this thing down, and that is going to wrap it up, I'd imagine. Yeah, I don't think they're running Dragon Pulse. And even up a shield, it could not do much. Good game. Well played to our opponent. Yveltal was able to lock down that Giratina, sealing the deal in that last one. And here we go, another positive lead in the form of Lugia. They make a play into a Ho-Oh, and gonna stay in a little bit, likely to chip and dip with a big Hurricane. Ho-Oh can definitely tank this, but it is not fun, as it does quite a bit of neutral damage, and making a play into Dialga. Oh, they are at a potential Sacred Sword or EQ here. Gonna shield out of caution. They're running Earthquake. That's an amazing shield out of Dialga. And they're gonna throw a Brave Bird here. This can only be a Brave Bird. Dialga does not have to shield, but gonna shield anyways, and likely farm down. Definitely did not have to shield the Brave Bird there, but they do come back in with the Lugia, and now Lugia can absolutely take out this Dialga. Gonna go for the Hail Mary Draco Meteor. If they let this go, it would do a lot, would not KO, but they shield. And that means that they can easily tank a debuffed Draco Meteor, no problem. And the opponent is absolutely loading up for days here. Rustin makes an aggressive play back into the Yveltal. And this could absolutely be the Aeroblast, which would KO from this range. But no, they go Sky Attack. What is the opponent doing? I don't know what they're doing here. They should have definitely gone for the big Aeroblast. And now they're forced to shield the Dark Pulse or let it go. They shield. And now going to throw, I presume, another Sky Attack. They are playing in a very odd fashion. Should definitely come in with Dialga to farm down potentially. We don't know what they have in the back, but going to come in with Zacian. And this is quite risky, as an Aeroblast would do quite a bit of damage. It would not KO, but it would do a lot of damage, and we don't know what they have left in the back. They do go Aeroblast finally, and they cannot farm down. Zacian is going to farm down, and we don't get to see what they had in the back. Maybe had a Giratina in the back. That is what I suspect. And that is the team, my friends. How about Yveltal on a very powerful Master League team? Big thanks to Rustin J for the battle submissions. always much appreciated, and very solid gameplay with a very powerful team. Congrats yet again, my friend, on hitting Legend in Season 12 of Go Battle League. It feels really good. It feels really nice to hit Legend. And yeah, Yveltal, very strong with Zacian and Dialga in the back. That's a very powerful team there, my friends. But guys, I had a blast. I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I thank you for watching, and keep up the grind. Thank you, guys.